Okay, good morning, DXN. Good morning, DXN Nigeria. Good morning, DXN Worldwide. Good morning, DXN Africa. We are back again with another informative, educative section with DXN Nigeria, as we always do it every Tuesday and every Thursday. And this Thursday, we are having a special guest. Like I told you before, we are also mixing leaders of different genders, both male and female. And today I'm bringing another powerful leader all the way from Australia. I bring to you Dr. PUVEN from Australia. She's not just a doctor, she is a star diamond in DXN, a star diamond in DXN. She's also the Director of Studies of Language in Institute of Melbourne, Australia, former Associate Professor and Deputy Dean of University Utara, Malaysia. So I think that's why she's very close with DXN, since she was close to our headquarters. Also, she has an advanced diploma of business, diploma in weight loss consulting, a certified performance coach, researcher, author, trainer, Reiki master, and meditator, massage training. Wow. And so many. She is loaded with so many accolades are in her portfolio. And that's why her link and her vision with DXN is always aligning, and she's doing perfect. And I bring to you again from Australia our star diamond, Mrs. Dr. PUVEN from Australia. Nice to meet you, ma. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Good morning, DXN. How is
Good
everyone over
morning.
there? And thank you very much, Mr. Samuel,
Thank you, ma.
DXN Nigeria, and Mr. Pradeep for inviting me to this. It's going to be a fantastic session. I'm so happy to see, to talk to all the DXN members. It gives me great delight. Thank you.
Okay, you can share your screen now.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. And viewers, get ready, because it's going to be a packed section with Doctor today. She's going to share her testimonies and testimonials of how DXN products too have helped other people. So let's get ready. Get your questions ready. After her section, she says she's ready to answer all your inquiries and your questions. So get ready with your questions and it will be sorted out. So let's get our books and pen ready, and then we are ready to go. Okay. I got it. Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. I actually come from Alustar, Malaysia, and this is where DXN was born. And Dr. Lim also comes from Alustar. And as you can see on my slide, I have been an educator for many, many years, 34 years. Working at different universities, basically at a university in Malaysia, which is called University Utara, Malaysia. And I was also a manager there, like a deputy dean of the faculty. And, and I was heading the language center as well back at the university. And currently, I'm the head of Language Institute in Melbourne. And also I'm a researcher, basically a qualitative researcher. And recently my book on qualitative research was published in 2020 with a group of my authors. And I'm also a trainer. I have done a lot of public speaking engagements as a speaker, as a trainer, and a Reiki master, meaning I do a lot of healing work on people, energy healing. And a meditator. I have been meditating for many, many years. And recently, I have been learning Sunya meditation from Dr. Lim himself. Dr. Lim used to come on WhatsApp and teach me meditation. And also, I learned it from Dr. Savera. So it's amazing. And also, and then I also had, like qualifications in weight management, weight loss consulting. I'm also a certified performance coach. And I also did, like advanced diploma in business and diploma of marketing. Okay, so when I was in Alustar, I was actually working at the university when I first came across DXN. A family friend actually invited me. He said, let's go for lunch. I'll take you for lunch in this fantastic place. And then I was telling him, why do you want to take me out for lunch? He said, I'm going with the family. His name is Mr. Panir. And then, at that time, my late mom was still around, and I asked her, you think I should go or not? And then she said, oh, why not? Let's just go for it. After all, you're going for lunch. And because usually at that time, I used to go back to my home in Alustar, whereas my university was in Changlun. I used to go back. Mom used to cook up very nice meals, and I used to enjoy her cooking. So I was very reluctant to go. And then he took me to this place, and it was like, it was like a huge building, like very high walls, and even before that, when my husband, my husband is an Australian, and when we used to drive past the DXN pharmaceutical company, go when we drive past to the waterfall, he used to ask me, "Do you know what that is over there?" I said, "Oh, I really don't know. I know, who cares? Some kind of company there. And then later, when Mr. Panir took me there, I was really, really amazed by the number of people who were visiting the DXN farm. This is where the spirulina and the Ganoderma is cultivated. There were hundreds of people from many different parts of the world, from India, from Kenya, and I saw some people from the Middle East, and there were some Chinese people, and it was amazing. And me with this, because I've got this, this mind, very inquisitive mind, so I left my sponsor, and then I kept, chatting and chatting to so many people there, trying to find out why are all these people here? What's so amazing about this company, which comes from my, little humble Alostar. And then I was really fascinated by what I was hearing. I even met a researcher, a cancer researcher from Kenya. She was telling me all about Ganoderma, and it was really, really good. And then when I went back in 2009, I just wanted to become a member. I thought, well, this is a company. I really want to try the products. And that's when I started. So when I started with DXN, I did not have much knowledge at all, about nutrition. I had very limited knowledge about network marketing, and doing business, because I've been working with the public sector, at the university as an academic. So I wasn't involved in business at all. But what I did, I started traveling. 2009 was the time in July I had to leave, resign my job at the university and then move to Australia to live with my husband. So what I did was I told myself, well, how can I get this knowledge? So I knew that there were a lot of medical professionals in DXN, who are doing really well. And I told myself, well, this is the time I am going to travel to these countries and find out what the magic is about DXN. So I went. I have never been to India. I went to India way back in 1988, with a group of people on pilgrimage. But this time round, I was traveling to India on my own, and I didn't know anyone in India. I have no family members in India, but the desire, to meet these people and learn was so strong. And I went. I went to Chennai, and I contacted the DXN office there, and they gave me some names. And then I told them, I said, please, I'm coming all the way from Alustar, and I really need to meet these people. Can you please arrange interviews? So I interviewed Dr. Ranjan, who is a cardiologist in India, and then I interviewed, Dr. Ratna Vasupal. Dr. Ratna Vasupal is a Crown Ambassador with Professor Vasupal, and then I went to see Dr. Malati, and then a few others. So I started doing interviews, literally doing interviews and learning and taking notes and recording and all of that. So I learned a little bit more about nutrition, genotherapy, and then about business, and things like that. So I went to India, and then what I did later was the knowledge that I got. I started sharing them in my own meetings, and again, I went to India again, then I went to UAE, United Arab Emirates, and I went to different parts of, the Emirates. Like I was in Dubai, I was in Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, outline, and I was speaking to so many people, and then later, and then so it just my knowledge started becoming more and more. And then also what like my husband and I, we used to travel. We love traveling around different countries, and each time we go on a holiday, we will contact the DXN office, and then we will offer ourselves to do DXN training. So I will be training, doing the training, and then Jeff used to do meditation. So this is how it went. So in Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, later we went to Sri Lanka, and in Australia, I'm one of the trainers here. So this is my first picture way back in 2009 when I was in India, Chennai, and you can see Professor Vasupal. He gave me this CD of his after my presentation, and then I went to Adyar. This is where Dr. Ranjan's clinic is, his cardio clinic. And then he was very busy. I was waiting outside the clinic, and every time he is in between patients, I'll run in and say, "Doctor, can you give me? Can I ask you a question? Can you tell me what this is that?" And that is how I did the interview with him. And it was so interesting the way I went to this Adyar. I took the tutut. Tutut is like the local mode of transport there. And this guy, I don't know, was telling myself, oh my God, he's taking me, in nooks and crannies. He's taking me all this through all these little roads. I don't know where I'm going. And then I thought, oh, I hope he takes me to this place. And finally, I got there. I was so happy. So this is my journey. Like just learning, wanting to learn. And then this is recently, in last 2009 March, I was doing some Google search, and I found out that, Professor Vasupal was doing a training, it's called Millionaire Mindset Training in Goa. So I did, I booked my flight and I went all the way to Goa to attend this training, and it's interesting. They were speaking in Hindi, and I don't understand much Hindi, but because I was there, he started talking in English and Hindi at the same time, and I learned a lot. And many medical doctors attended this training. So, and again, I met this interesting person. He was an author. He was coming up with his book, and after that, we did some consultancy work regarding the book. I used to give him some feedback as well. It's really interesting once you join DXN. And then this is Dr. Malati. Dr. Malati, she was one of the doctors that I interviewed in Chennai in 2009. And then later, we become good friends. And this is her daughter's wedding, and then you can see Mr. Kabir Dingra was also there. And then here, Dr. Ranjan is there. So you meet a lot of people. You become like a family. And this is Dr. Malati's husband here, an entrepreneur. He comes up with a lot of very good tips. If you look at the Facebook, Venkataramani, yeah? Mr. Venkataramani. And then I went to, this is the picture when I was in Abu Dhabi, and this is a food scientist, Mr. Hassan Khatri. I met him and all the other DXN members there. After my talk. So this is how, when you become a DXN member, you just have to keep on, enriching your knowledge, huh? Like you would with any other profession. Like you go to a university or you go to a college, or even if you're undergoing a training, you need to get some knowledge. Only with knowledge you can do your activities well, you do your profession well, and you keep on learning. It's a lifelong journey. Now, so why did I choose DXN? Why DXN? For me, DXN gave me the freedom of choice. See, when I was working at the university, even now, like I'm hit, I'm the director of studies. I don't have a choice, because I need to, I need to work with the people in the college, you know, and I have to do what I'm asked to do, and where I need to operate also is decided by them. Like last time I was working in the office, now I'm working from home because of COVID, restriction, stage 4. And then when I have to start work and when I have to stop work, and why I'm doing certain things and how I'm doing this, all this you have, like you're answerable to someone, you're answerable to management. But in DXN, I have total freedom of choice. I can decide who I want to interact with, who I want to have business with, you know who I want to help or not help, and what in what ways I'm going to carry out my business, and where I want to do it, when I want to do it, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and how I'm going to do it. So you have total freedom in whatever you want to do. Okay. So because once you become a DXN member, you are an independent distributor. This is an opportunity given for you to start your own business. So this is an opportunity that has been given to me. And also in DXN, I have many mentors, mentors that I know and I don't know, and this mentorship is all free, and they come from all ages, all ages, and from different levels of experiences. And Dr. Lim is my main mentor, and then we have all this DXN management team from different countries. Even if you listen to the talks that they're giving every day, through Zoom, or even through live Facebook presentations, you are always given an opportunity to ask questions, and then they answer you. Okay, so this is very, very good. And then also people like Jane Yao, a very, very experienced gynotherapist in Malaysia. She has been very, very helpful to me. And then Dr. Siva, and then Dr. Firdaus and his team, and then Kamsia, and all the other leaders, all the up leaders, like Mr. Tajuddin and Mr. Azizan, Mr. Panir and family, my immediate downline, Kamsia and Jamil. They are all very, very, they have been very, very helpful to me, and not only me, and also to my team, And then Professor Vasupal, as I mentioned earlier, Dr. Ratna, Dr. Malati, and then Budiman Salim, who's the first Crown Ambassador in uh, in the world. I met him in Indonesia, and then now we are good friends. And so many others. It all depends on you. Where do you want to get your knowledge? Nobody's stopping you from getting the knowledge. You can get it wherever you want, from whoever you want, and that is the choice that you have. How fantastic is that? And this is my mentor, yeah, Dr. Lim. And Dr. Lim has taught me a lot of things, and personally, including Sunya, he used to train me via WhatsApp, which CEO will do that, and he's very down to earth, as you can see, very humble person. He talks to each and every person, and if you ask him any questions during his training, he helps people. How many CEOs of company have you met? How many CEOs of companies have actually doing training? Most of the products that we buy in the market, buy in the groceries or supermarkets or whatever, we don't even know how they are produced, who their CEO is, and do they even give you any form of training? So these are some of the questions you have to ask yourself. How DXN is actually helping the world. I'm very, very blessed to be part of this organization. And so this is Dr. Siva. Once when I was in Malaysia, I rang him and I said, I'm in Kuala Lumpur after visiting my family in Alustar. I would like to be trained by you. Is it possible? And he said yes. So we made some arrangements, and then I stayed in the hotel. And then every 3 days I went to his clinic. He used to come and pick me up, and then I used to see how he actually talks to his clients, and I learned a lot from him. So such generous, personalities we have in DXN. And then Dr. Firdaus, another amazing personality. Very, very helpful. Very knowledgeable. And Dr. Malati is another one in Chennai. The one that I interviewed, the gynecologist. So you have to understand what is the nature of the industry that we are in. We are in the industry of wellness and direct selling. We are not in the industry of sickness or disease. So it is better for us. Our market is those people who are into preventive health, and preventive health, that makes up like 60% of the total population. Everybody wants to be healthy so that they can live longer. Okay. And if you go after people who are sick, in my own experience, after they recover from their sickness, when they don't understand what DXN products are all about, they stop taking our products. And then direct selling, As you can see, network marketing is the fastest growing business of the 21st century, which must be joined by every young man and women globally. Otherwise, you can never get the best of your youth age. And this is from Dr. Abdul Kalam, from India. And also, if you see what Bill Gates is saying, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. Now, so in network marketing, what are we actually doing? It is actually consumer to consumer distribution system. We don't have advertising, and whatever advertising cost is being distributed to the customer, to the distributors, and making the price of the products lower. Okay. Now, one of the other things that you need to ask yourself: are you healthy? Yeah. When you say, when you ask your question, am I healthy? What does it mean? It means that, am I physically healthy? Am I mentally healthy? What about my emotions? Am I emotionally healthy? Socially, do I have a good social connection, or do I feel very lonely and alone most of the time? And what about spiritually? Am I spiritually healthy? Okay, so when all of these five components are there, then you can say you are in complete state of health. If one of them is missing, there is a misalignment, and you cannot say that you are healthy. And most people will ask you the same question. I'm healthy, so why do you think, and why are you asking me to take these products? And then this is the other question you need to ask them: are you physically healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally? I'm sure one of these will be lacking. Now, and the other thing is, in our body, there are 30 to 50 trillions of cells. All these cells make up all the different systems in our body. And the next question we ask: are we feeding through our normal eating habit, through our normal diet? Are we actually able to feed the best nutrients for all our cells in the various systems to enable us to be physically healthy? Okay. If the answer is yes, then you can forget about taking DXN products. But if the answer is no, then DXN has a good solution for you. Now, this is just one particular system. It is called the cardiovascular system. Okay. Now, life requires a continuous supply of oxygen, nutrients, and hormones. And the cardiovascular system is most prone to disease. Why is that so? Because our modern lifestyle places enormous pressure on the system, threatening our health. Okay, so this is only talking about one particular system. And we have got so many systems in the body. And also the other abuse to our body is what? Is actually eating acidic food. And the acidic food that we eat in the form of junk food, in the form of soft drinks, processed foods, and all of that, all these, and like white bread, all these, what happens is they have got a huge effect on the body. It affects the lungs, creates a lot of mucus in the body, and then it strips our bones of crucial minerals, and then it affects our intestines, our indigestion is affected, and then our stomach is affected. We get excess gas, acid reflux, bloating, and then our liver and kidney, and these are very, very susceptible to acidic damage, and then we get ulcers and stones, and then the heart, we have this plugs in the heart, you know arteries being clogged, and then the brain, with all these plaques forming in the brain, we have all this reduced mental clarity and neurological conditions. Now all this is a result of taking acidic food. Okay, some of us don't even know what acidic food is. So acidic food, how do you know that you've overconsumed acidic food? When you start feeling very tired, very moody, and you have all these physical issues. Now, And also, if you look at what Dr. Otto says, no disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. So, how can you make your environment, your body and environment alkaline? And and this is the answer. We have superfoods, nutrition, which is all alkaline food from DXN. All of DXN nutrition is alkaline based. So these are extremely superior products. They're organically cultivated, ecologically cultivated, and they come from nature. So these superfood or nutrition will keep our cells, our tissues, our organs, and our system healthy. So this is the father of genotherapy, Dr. Lim. Yeah. So, genotherapy is actually a holistic approach to health. And so we do not, and the thing is, uh, the the underlying belief in genotherapy is our body is the best doctor. It knows exactly what to do, provided you pump it with the nutrients it needs on a continuous basis. And then it will do its work because it is the best doctor. Now, there are four guiding principles of genotherapy. One, what are the two main causes of disease? We fall sick because of only two reasons. One is the accumulation of toxins in our system, and the other one is due to imbalance of the body system, not enough nutrients. Yeah. And then, and the Ganoderma treats the body as a whole, not segmentally, and allows the body to prevent diseases by having a healthy immune system. And sometimes people say, does taking Ganoderma, does it give you any side effects? No, you don't have side effects from Ganoderma. Uh, you might have reactions. When you have certain reactions, for example, maybe you feel more thirsty, or you go to the toilet more often, or you urinate more often, or you sweat, and what is all this? Or you might get a little bit of extra pain. So what is all this? This is like the body's language. It is trying to communicate with you, saying that, hey, I found the toxins here, or I this part of your cell is not really working, so I'm trying to work here. So when it starts working, you will feel some reaction. Okay. And that is why they say the dosage is dependent on the body condition and not on disease. If you have been taking too much of acidic food and you can't even move, you can't even walk, then of course you have to take a lot of Ganoderma, a lot of spirulina, you know. But if you're functioning, okay, then you take, like a normal dose. Now, so how does the Ganoderma help us? It supports our body for optimal health in two ways. One is through detoxification, and the other one is through balancing and regulating the body system. So it's very simple. Detox and balance. Detox and balance. Okay. And Ganoderma, Rg and Gl, yeah. So they are supreme adaptogen that supports and regulates the immune system. So if your immune system is hyperactive, it reduces the hyperactivity, and if it is less active, it boosts the activity. Okay, so that is why it is called adaptogen, and it doesn't have any side effects, and it is not disease specific. And different people have different effects when they start taking these products. Some people will see the effects within a few weeks, other people a few months, and then others after 6 months or 8 months or after a year. It all depends on your body condition. And in Ganoderma, we have more than 400 biologically active elements. So I'm just going to show you a few. Now, so what is DXN? DXN is a global supermarket. And what does this global supermarket sell? It sells and functional food. Functional food, which is very good for healing the body, which supplies nutrition for the cells. And we have a lot of personal care products as well. Like, for example, in Nigeria, you have your toothpaste and also the Gano oil. In terms of nutrition, you have your black coffee, you have the Morinzi, you have spirulina, and also you have the Ganoderma. Okay, so these are not drugs. Please keep in mind, the DXN products are not drugs. They are not medicine for any specific disease. Please do not go in the line of treating disease. That is not what DXN products are doing. They do not cure diseases. What they do is they normalize the entire body. They function on the body holistically, holistic approach to health. So anyone can consume and promote our DXN products because it is not medicine. Okay, and you can take as much as you like depending on how much money you have, or how fast you want your body to normalize. It all depends on you. It supports the body, and the body takes care of its problems. Okay. And Ganoderma also has all these kind of different properties: antiviral, antibacterial properties. It's non-toxic. It acts on every part of the body, and it's like a scanner. It's really interesting. This Ganoderma, you know, it once you start taking the Ganoderma, it starts scanning. Like the layers of the onion. It starts peeling layer by layer. It goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And try to scan, see if all your cells are working well, or if anything is sluggish, or something like that. So it does the scanning, and when it's doing the scanning, and if there is something that is deep inside you which is not which hasn't surfaced, the Ganoderma will make it surface. Then you can go and see your doctor or whatever, and try to see what is actually the problem even before it starts. So how fantastic is that? And there are no side effects. Now, the reason why I'm going to show this, Ganoderma, the main active ingredients, a lot of people ask, how come you're saying, Ganoderma can do this, can do that, can do this, don't tell me your product can do everything, So, what we're trying to say here is, see, Ganoderma has got more than 400 active ingredients. And there's a lot of research being done on the ingredients. For example, the polysaccharides, the triterpenes, the adenosine, the organic germanium, the ganoderic essence, the sterols, and all that. There's a lot of research paper. They just have to Google in PubMed, and they will come up with all, what are the uh, what do you call it, the health benefits of all these ingredients. So Ganoderma is very, very powerful because of the ingredients. Okay, and just like polysaccharide, what it does, it blocks the toxin entry, eliminates toxin, it builds the immunity, balances. It's a balancer. And then tritopene inhibits allergies, very good for respiratory and digestive system. The adenosine has got a calming effect. It reduces body fat, metabolizes sugar, unclogs the arteries, And the organic germanium is an antioxidant. A lot of people, have free radicals in their body, and that causes inflammation and everything. But now we have Ganoderma, which is, the best antioxidant that you can ever find. And then it's a good supplier of oxygen, strengthens the immune system, enhances the metabolism. And then the ganoderic essence, it is anti-aging. It will make you look younger. It's very good for your skin. It rejuvenates your cell and boosts the body functions. And then sterols help with hormone production. Now, this is only about, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 6 main ingredients, And there are so many more. And the research body, a lot of researchers are doing more and more research on Ganoderma and trying to find out why this is such an effective product, for human health, not only for human health, for animals as well. So what does Rishi? Rishi is the Japanese name for Ganoderma, and then Lindsay is a Chinese name. So what are the benefits of Ganoderma for the human body? For recovery, recovery of earlier ailments or disorders, and then maintenance. If you say you have good health, then it keeps you healthy for a longer period of time, and also it gives you protection from future health problems. So recovery, maintenance, and protection. Okay, now let's go to spirulina. Spirulina. So it is the richest food source. It's called whole food or complete food. It helps to maintain health and regain health. a lot of people, the elderly, when they don't have appetite to eat and all that, if you give spirulina, it's very, very good for them. Even a few days old child, you can give them spirulina. You can give them spirulina. Just mix it with their milk, and you can give it to them. Give it to them, like Dr. Firdaus, in Malaysia, his child has been taking spirulina, after a few days old. It's amazing. And also for children, again, to boost their immunity, you can even mix, like the gel powder with the milk and give it to them. It's very, very good. And this spirulina is extremely good for the skin. You will have lovely skin, your hair health will be very good, your eyesight will be good. DXN did a project, DXN, a group of doctors did a project in Pakistan, and the children had their night blindness reversed by giving our DXN spirulina. How amazing is that? And also spirulina is very, very good for weight management, because it satisfies your hunger and also suppresses hunger, and it's easily digestible and quickly absorbed. And this is a very, very versatile product. Like I have spirulina. I put spirulina in my smoothies, in my drinks, and also in my breakfast cereal. And you can also see people using spirulina as a facial mask. They mix with water and put it on as a mask to get rid of the toxin in the face. So it's amazing. And I have my some of my downlines, a group of young members, I have got a group of medical doctors, and also um, young students who have joined my team, and they are very, very adventurous, very innovative. They use Ganoderma even for the hair, as a hair mask. It's amazing. And then what are the benefits of spirulina? Spirulina is also known as the green blood. It has got abundance of protein, so it's very, very good. Again, there's a lot of research how how spirulina has helped people who are anemic, anemic, not enough blood in their system, and it has got a complete range of essential amino acids. That means it's very, very good for growth, for intelligence development, for brain functions. It's so, people who are experiencing, like cognitive decline or losing their memory and all that, you can give them spirulina. It's very, very good. Circulatory system, and then for fat burning, to aid digestion, is also very good for the liver cells, and stabilizes your emotion and calming the nerves. And also it's a very good iron supply, as I told you before, and also because it has got chlorophyll and an energy booster, an immune booster. And I remember when I was teaching at University Utara, Malaysia, I set up I had a joint venture between DXN and University Utara, Malaysia, and a lot of students, entrepreneurial students who are doing undergraduate degrees, they joined, including some masters and PhD students. And I had some of my, students from UUM who are Nigerians. Some of them are professors at different universities in Nigeria, and they also started using the products. So during exam time, I used to tell my students, your eating habits, is terrible, because they skip meals. They don't have time to have their meals, and they snack on junk food because they can't cook their own meals. They don't have time. So spirulina is very, very good because it gives them the nutrients, and it keeps their energy levels high. So their focus is better when they start taking spirulina. And also it's good, because it has got all these different minerals, calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, manganese, and all these. And these are all, how is it beneficial for your bones, for your teeth, for your mental health, for your heart, stabilize the sugar, for as an oxygen carrier, for carbo digestion. Basically, spirulina is extremely good. So every single person must take spirulina every day, from 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 a child right to the elderly. Everybody must take spirulina because of its amazing benefits for the body. The more you take, the better. So I have been taking spirulina for 11 years, all the DXN products for 11 years, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I use DXN products. I consume DXN products, every day, from the toothpaste to the massage oil to the skincare products to the shampoo to the body foam to the coffee, tea, the cocoa Z, you know, and then I have the spirulina, I have the RG, I have the GL, the capsule form, the powder form. I mix them in my cereal, I mix them in my juices. I have the Morinzi. I keep drinking Morinzi because it's a fantastic juice, and then I have other enzymes that I take as well, like codipine, and I take lion's mane, I take, cordyceps, you name it, everything I take. And I've put my husband on them too, and he has been taking them for the last 5 years, So because we feel good. At the end of the day, what do I want in life? I want a good quality of life until I say bye bye to this earth. I want to have a good quality of life, because then, with a good quality of life, good health, I can do more for people. I can do more for myself, for my family, for the community. So this is very important. Health, if you don't have health, you can't buy health. So DXN is providing you the best avenue to keep yourselves healthy, your families healthy, and the communities healthy. Okay, now let's go to Morinzi. Morinzi is an enzyme. It's an enzyme. So if you want to position Morinzi, a lot of people love drinking fruit juice. So instead of taking, one of the things that you can tell them, instead of drinking the fruit juice that has got preservatives, coloring, lacking enzyme, is highly processed, now they can start taking Morinzi, which is a super, 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 uh, you know uh, uh, useful juice, which everybody can drink. It really helps with the digestion. After drinking Morinzi, you find that your stomach doesn't bloat that much, and then the acid reflux, sometimes because your indigestion is not very good, you start burping a lot, or this kind of acid comes through your throat, and you feel very, very uncomfortable. So this really helps. And even people, if you have difficulty passing motion, you take Morinzi. It's really, really good. And also, it's a women's friend. It helps with period pain, abnormal menstruation. If the flow is too much or less, it really helps. An instant energizer. Whenever you're feeling tired, you just drink Morinzi. You instantly, within a few seconds, you are like really jumping around and full of energy. It's amazing. And it's also a hormonal balancer. A lot of people put on weight because the hormone is not balanced, and a lot of women also, they don't manage to conceive because of hormonal issues, and these products, Morinzi, is very, very good for that. And it also increases your mental power and calming effect. It gives you a very calming effect as well, because of the serotonin and the pre-zeronin. No? There are certain ingredients in Morinzi that gives you the calming effect and the mental power. Okay. And also, and I have drank Morinzi and I still can go to bed, and I can sleep very, very well. And even when I'm stressed, if I drink Morinzi, I feel so relaxed, and it's very good. This one recently I learned from Dr. Ranjan, when he was giving a talk in Tamil, and he said, this Morinzi is extremely good for the heart muscles. It strengthens the heart muscles as well. It's good for impotence, infertility, and for lower back, knee pain. Anybody who has got, they complain, oh, my elbow is aching, my knee is playing up, I don't have energy to walk up the stairs or whatever. Give them Morinzi is really, really good. And also for, like, lower back or any pain, in the body, or any, like, knee pain and all that, you can use Ganuzi oil. Ganuzi oil is another very, very fascinating product. I use, just to go on Ganuzi oil, I use Ganuzi oil every day. It is my favorite. Like in Melbourne, it gets really cold, and the Ganuzi oil, becomes solidifies. But so I have to put it in the warm water, and then it turns into oil again. So you give it a good shake, and then you apply it all over your body, your neck, your arms, your legs, the back, your stomach, and it is really really good because you feel as though you have just come out of the spa. It is so relaxing. And for women, if you want to do some massage and ensure that your breast as you grow older is not drooping, also you can do very very good massage with the massage oil. And also the massage oil can be used on your hair, to stimulate blood circulation in your scalp. So it can be used as a hair oil. And there are people who are also using, this guano oil, they just take guano oil as well, it helps them with the digestion. And you can use it, like a drop, as a drop in the eye. And some people in Malaysia have been using it, and they said the eye side is better, like once a week or something. So we have amazing products. Guano oil is really, really good. And so to stay healthy, what do you need? You need superfoods, natural food. You need to keep hydrated, and you need a good night's sleep. You need to exercise, and you have to manage your stress. And now Dr. Lim has introduced Sunya, which is an excellent way of reducing your stress levels. And there are also other clips that you can use to meditate. Like now, this is one of the questions I got this morning from a member in Nigeria. I said, why don't you come to the talk tonight? And then he said, can I ask you a question? And this was the question he posed. How do you get people to join DXN? So I told him that to you attend the meeting tonight, and I'll answer your question. So for me, how do you get people to join? One of the best ways to get people to join is to engage in a conversation with them. It's very important. Have a conversation with them. You have to create, and this conversation can be done via text message. You can call them. You have video calls, all these different modalities that you can actually have a conversation with them. And then be genuine. You ask them about themselves, show interest in them, and then once you show interest, they will start communicating with you. They will start trusting you, and then you create a very good friendship with them. Usually we want to buy, or we want to listen to people whom we trust, people whom we think as our good friends. And in that way, indirectly, you will increase your credibility. And then also, when you are talking, when you're having this conversation, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, it takes effort, constant communication, regular communication with them, and genuinely showing interest in them. You will find out what their likes are, what their dislikes are, because they will start opening up once they trust you, and what their pain points are. uh, what are some of the issues that they have in their lives. What are their dreams. What is their burning desire. And this is very important. And this is a very important phase in the DXN business, and we call it qualifying your prospect. When you qualify your prospect, you would know whether this prospect is interested in health, in keeping healthy, or is he having some health issues that he wants solutions? Or is he having some money problems that you think DXN can show him the way? Or or maybe they're feeling very lonely, and they feel that they need some kind of community to support them. And in DXN we have that kind of community. And sometimes people have got this burning desire. They really really want to make it big in life. They want to earn a lot of, they want to earn money. They want to have a secure income. And then these people, because of the burning desire, they are good prospects as networkers. So we cannot treat everyone in the same way. Because we have customers, and then we have loyal customers, and then we have distributors, and then we have networkers. So in this phase, you'll be able to qualify them. And then and then you come up with the right solution. If it is health related, then you can give them our nutrition. Income related, you can show them the marketing plan, and get them on to all these different trainings, where they show how by joining DXN you can earn income. And then If some people are looking for, free time, they feel like me, when I was working, like even now, as a manager, my time, I have limited time in my hands, so I have chosen to work only 3 days managing the institution, and another 4 days I'm doing DXN because I need this time. The time freedom is very important. And some people, they want, to know how can I reduce my stress, stress levels, and then you can introduce them to Sunya. You introduce something that is related to DXN, and slowly they will start trusting whatever we have to offer them, and then they will love DXN, and they will stay with us for a long time. Okay. And what do we also, the other thing is, we have this daily usable products, fast moving consumable healthy products as well, and also nutrition. Okay, so there are a lot of choices. In DXN, you have a lot of choices, and I know people who have made it big by just promoting toothpaste and Gano oil in India. And in India also, people have made it really big by just promoting their tea or the coffee. Okay, and you have got a lot of choices. It's all in your hands. So whether you want to take it seriously, be committed, even if you can't do it full time, and even if you want to do it part time, or you only have a few hours a day, it is still okay. Okay, it is still okay, because you are starting somewhere is much better than not starting it at all. And maybe, one of the things that your prospect wants is, to be able to visit places. So this is in Langkawi Island, Langkawi Island in Kedah. And also maybe your dream is also to visit, different places, and so you need to start saving up, and how, start working, start saving, so that you can get the money, to do these trips. And in DXN, as you know, many people, after accumulating points with their teams, with growing their network, they have managed to actually get free free travels to so many different countries. I have not. I'm not in that. In that, I've not experienced that with DXN. But what I've experienced in terms of travel is I've gone around different parts of the world, giving talks to DXN members. During my holidays. And I've attended a lot of DXN trainings. But what I'm trying to say here is, you have the opportunity to travel for free if you put your heart and soul and 100% commitment to DXN. Now, when you start DXN, you have to be prepared for objections, because DXN is for long term. It's not you know, getting rich quickly. That it's not that kind of scheme. It's for long term. So you need to learn how to deal with these objections. Sometimes people, the objections you get is, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not good in selling. I don't have the money. I don't know many people. I'm not good in technology. Things like that. So how would you deal with these objections? And then you have to learn the skills. Very important. You need to learn the skills of how to deal with this objection. I remember Laszlo, one of our crown ambassadors from Hungary. He used to say that you start creating a script. Once you listen to what the leaders are saying, because there are a lot of trainings about how to deal with objections. Fatimi Ghani, and also what do you call it? Fatimi Ghani and Laszlo and a few other leaders have talked about how to deal, and even Oslo, all these people have talked about how to deal with objections. And then once you do the training, you take notes. Okay, if the person says, why are your products so expensive, what would you say? Can you compare DXN products? Can you compare Morris Minor to a Rolls Royce? Can you? So you have to talk about, what is the strength of a Rolls Royce, what is the strength of a Morris Minor, what can you, how far can you go, what is the speed limit you can go, luxurious car or not, so these kind of things, you do a comparison so that they understand. And the next thing is, do not be disheartened when your prospects are not interested, or they're not getting back to you after you have spoken to them, because to me, the way I look at it, it is their loss. I have shown them an opportunity. I've shared with them whatever I felt they needed to hear. And then if they're not interested, it is okay. Be detached about the outcome, like what Dr. Lim will always say. You keep on doing your duty full heartedly, and the outcome will come your way. You don't have to be worried about it. The outcome will find you. You just keep on doing whatever you need to do day after day consistently, and the results will come. Okay? So you just say next. If not this person, next, 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 until you find, because the world is full of people who will take on the opportunity. Okay? Now, what are some of the great features of DXN? One of them is one world, one market. With one DXN ID, if you are a registered member in Nigeria, you are actually not only a local business owner, but you are actually an international business owner. With that one ID, you can start recruiting via eWorld people from all the different parts of the world. And you will start getting bonuses when those people purchase products in their countries. Their bonuses will also reflect in your in in your bonus, in your statement. So this is how powerful the product is. And when you are sleeping in Nigeria, other people in different countries will be working. Okay, so this is an excellent system. Only DXN has this one world, one market system. The software was devised by our CEO himself. No other companies has this. So do not let this go to waste. And as I said earlier, DXN is not a quick rich scheme, but it is building your business for a long term. It is a career, it is a stable career. Okay. So when you retire and you do not want to be involved anymore, you can actually pass the business over to your children, your grandchildren. And then if everybody has to say goodbye, one day or the other, but then we leave behind our children, grandchildren, our spouses, and they can actually continue where you have stopped with the business by just maintaining their minimum PV. So this is a secure business. This is what you need to tell people who are interested, who are considering becoming a DXN distributor, and who are interested in having a career. These are some of the good points that you can highlight to them. So through this evil, you can recruit new members. Now everything can be done online. Not a problem at all. And then once you have recruited them, then you look through evil and find out where the office is of DXN in that particular country, or in that particular area. And then you give them their phone numbers, and also you tell them once they take their ID to that country, or to that office, to the DXN office in that particular country or state. You have to tell them, when you contact them, you have to ask them to register you in their system as an international member. Okay, so once your ID is registered as an international member, then you can recruit, and the people can start buying the products. And even this so, in some countries this is automatically done. With this COVID, I think there are some changes, but you can always find out from the respective DXN branch offices in the different countries, what their regulation is, and then you tell your new member what to do. Okay, so it's not difficult at all. Like I, for example, I've got a member in India, and I've got a few members in India, and like if I want products, I just contact the stockist, uh, who is nearest to him. I refer him to the stockist who is nearest to him, and then give them the phone number, and then link the two parties up, and then they can start buying the products they get their PV, and that PV is also reflected in my bonus statement every month. So how easy is that? So now DXN, you must understand, has been transforming millions of lives in different parts of the world, and there's no doubts about it at all. You go and just listen to the live Facebook sessions that is taking place, for example, in America. Mr. Prajit is the country manager there, or the regional manager, and he conducts Facebook live meetings every day, every day, every morning. And then you can hear the amazing, heart touching stories, very, very touching stories from the distributors from Bolivia, from Peru, from Bolivia, Peru, and other places, Ecuador, Mexico, and some of these people, they didn't have, a proper place to stay, didn't even have, proper food to eat, were living such a poor life, but once they were introduced to DXN, they just listened to what their leaders were saying. They were just listening very carefully to what DXN management was telling them, because they believed that this company can transform their lives, and they followed and they followed, they did the right things, and they transformed. They have, many of them, they have got, a few properties, cars, service centers. It's really, really amazing. And the same thing goes for, if you listen to the, to Facebook, Facebook Live from, other countries, for example, India. There's sessions in Hindi, in Tamil, and then other places, like in Middle East, and they have in Arabic sessions, and you just need to find where you can get all this information, listen, be inspired, and then take the necessary steps. And it gives us a lot of personal growth and development, personal growth and development. We have a lot of training sessions, 24/7, as I said before. When people in Nigeria are sleeping, other people are doing the training, and yesterday, last night or 2 nights ago, they had this launching of the skincare products, Korean skincare products, in Morocco. That was so interesting. They had a Q&A session with a beautician from Malaysia. And the Moroccans were so excited about this new product being launched. And then again, this product was launched, and I learned a lot from this session. And when this product was also launched in the Philippines recently, and in Australia also we have these products, and gives us a lot of personal growth. So I started learning about skincare, what is important to keep our skin moisturized, to ensure that you don't get acne, to ensure that your face is looking younger as the years go by, and again, you have a lot of different tools, learn about business, how to talk to people, you know, how to lead your team members, how to run Zoom meetings, webinars, and then you get international friendships. I know a lot of people. Sometimes I don't even know how to speak the language. I use Google Translate. I've got friends in so many different parts of the world now. Those who can speak Spanish, and I don't understand Spanish, but still I can communicate with them. Yeah, and and you have very good bonding, and this is very important. We live, in our life, we must have this sense of belonging, this friendship, this heart connections. Then we go through a lot of personal development and personal growth. And people from different cultures can teach you many different things. And you can teach them from different language groups. How they think, how they operate. And this is one of the things that I learned, moving from Malaysia to Australia. It was totally a different culture. Like, Malaysia is a very, very community oriented culture, and Australia is slightly different. People are more individualistic. So I need to learn how to do this business, DXN business, in Australia. Like in Malaysia, people are very, easily you can convince people. And same thing when I was traveling around, Philippines or Thailand, I can easily convince, in Indonesia, easily convince people. If I stay in a city for 2 3 days, I can recruit quite a number of people. My husband and I, we can recruit quite a number of people because we share more or less the same culture. Yeah, and but in Australia is different. Because if you want, they need information. They ask a lot of questions. And you have to be knowledgeable enough to impart the questions, answers to the questions they're seeking. They have got in Australia. They have got a lot of, a lot of options. About organic food. And yeah, so we have a lot of competitors. DXN has got a lot of competitors. In terms of the nutrition and the choices. But the thing is, we are still above all others because the products that we buy for ourselves, we know how it is cultivated. We know, we have seen the company, we have seen the farm, and we are rewarded. The more we consume, the our products gets cheaper, and then we get bonuses coming in. All the other companies, all the other grocery shops does not give this, so we are still a very good company for everyone to take advantage of. And then support, as I said, we have support from the CEO, the management team, the leaders, and then we have this wealth coming in through bonuses. And then we have the sunya practice. Sunya, I've been practicing sunya for about 1.5 years now. And it's such a good practice. And I just want to tell you one example. When I first started sunya, I was just trying to go back into job, paid job. And after doing the sunya, I actually put in, like job applications after hours. After hours, one company after another. For an academic manager position, and a director of studies position, and you wouldn't believe it. I had 4 interviews, one after another. Like I put in the application today, the next day I've been called for an interview, and all of them gave me the job on my terms. This is how powerful Sunya is, because it resets your mind, gives you more clarity. And when you are at peace with yourself, you can actually invite more into your life, more into your life, and eventually you will feel very, very happy, doing this. And this is about friendship. This is Roshanara. I met her, when I attended the 10th anniversary, DXN anniversary in India. And you can see these are all people in United Arab Emirates, our DXN members, so many from so many different cultures. And then this is a quote that I really like. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes. Then learn how to do it later. Okay? Just for example, we never expected Corona to come, to invade us. Okay? And to pose such a huge challenge for all of us. But what did we do? As DXNers, we actually took the plunge. We saw this crisis as an opportunity, and we started learning. Everyone started learning. The management got on board. Dr. Lim was doing all this Facebook training, started recording these videos. The management all over the different places started doing the Zoom, da 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 da. But do you think we all knew how to do it? No. We said yes, we will go for it, and then we start learning as we go along. So that is how it is. It's an amazing opportunity. So DXN is an amazing opportunity. You get involved, try, consume the products, use the products, learn about them. As you learn, you share the benefits, and when you share the benefits, you attract more people because they resonate with what you're saying, and then slowly you grow your team. Okay, so to succeed in DXN, you have to. This is basically from my own experience. You you must be willingly. You need to have the willingness to be educated and trained. That is very important. A lot of people come into DXN with a mindset, or they have other kinds of training, so they are not willing to be trained by the leaders, so they try to reinvent the wheel. Okay, so but we have already a lot of successful leaders. They have done it, they have proven it. Now they are sharing, their secrets of success. So if what they are sharing resonates with us, if it resonates with your personality, and if it resonates with how you like to do things, you go for that method. Try it out. Okay, but you must be willing to be educated and trained. You cannot do business without training. It is impossible. You can't do it. You're just cheating yourself. You're just deceiving yourself trying to do the business without attending training. You can't. Sorry, mate, you can't. Then after that, you have to apply your knowledge. Whatever you learned, you have to apply. Only then you know that when I do it this way, it works. Or when I start giving Ganoderma to people, they are telling me that they're experiencing this or that. So how do I actually deal with that? So only when you start promoting the toothpaste or the Gano oil to people, and you tell them what the benefits are, and then you can start succeeding slowly. Your knowledge in the area will keep on increasing, and then you keep sharing, and then and always see challenges as opportunities, like just what I just told you about this corona period. It is a very challenging period, but it is actually offering a lot of opportunities. A lot of people have gone up the rank. People who have lost their jobs are coming into DXN, because they know that this they can still get some money by doing DXN. If they stay on, they can get a good career. And also you have to be proactive. You can't expect management to do everything for you. If you need knowledge, you go for it. You are an individual. Okay, this is your own business, this is your own body. If you feel that you have not taken care of your body, you be proactive and you look for the right nutrition for your body to keep it healthy, to keep it going for many many more years to come. Okay. If at all you feel that you're not getting enough extra income, then you speed up what you're doing. You be more intensive in building up your teams and so forth. Okay, believe in yourself. Remember, everyone is able to reach your highest potential, provided you believe that you can do it. Okay, once you believe that you can do it, you will, your potential is limitless. And with Sunya coming in, it's going to be really really fantastic. Okay, and believe in the company. The company is a solid company. It has been around for 27 years. We have created many many millionaires, uh, and a lot more people from very very humble beginnings. Now they have become someone. They have managed to send their children overseas for good education. They have bought cars, they have bought properties, you know and they're accumulating assets. Okay, and also, yeah, and this company is also doing, helping. It is on this mission of helping, um what do you call it, eradicate malnutrition. And not many companies who are doing well are also involved in this kind of community or social service. It's amazing. So DXN is really amazing. So the company, you don't have to doubt it. And millions of people have taken DXN products. The RG, GL, spirulina. They just take it. They go to someone, they say, oh, I'm feeling this problem or that problem. I'm having a BP, because people always go and they keep on saying that I've got this disease or that disease. And once you said, okay, why don't you take this, take this product, it will normalize or whatever. When they start taking our DXN products, RGGL, spirulina, even the coffee, they find that many other issues that they had with their body gets better, because this Ganoderma spirulina is working holistically. and not, it's not disease specific, not organ specific. Okay. And the other thing that I would like to say, never give up, keep on trying, keep on, finally you will get to your destination, you will achieve your dream, but you have to keep going. And that is why this DXN trainings, these meetings, you have to listen to them. I get very fired up, I get very, very inspired when I listen to the talk. Sometimes, I have tears when I listen to how DXN has been helping people. It is, I don't know, it is like God sent, really, it's amazing. And this is one of the Sunya practice, that I conducted in Adelaide. These are all Bhutani members from Bhutan. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation today. I hope I have shared and inspired you, or given some knowledge that would benefit all of you in one way or the other. And I will pass the session on. So thank you again for being with me for about 1 hour, 15 minutes, listening to what I have to share. And with this, I will pass the session back to Mr. Samuel. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Ma. Thank you very much, Ma. It's been a very interactive section. 1 hour. We've been jotting. It led from one section to the other, and it's been inspiring. Really appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ma. Really appreciate.
My,
So, thank you. So, viewers, you've heard it from Doctor herself, and she has given us from stage to stage, from how you can, her experience, her journey, how the products, how you can get prospects in all aspects. She has given all her experience and has shown that truly she's a leader in DXN. So let's start sending our questions. She's ready to answer all our questions, and we are going to make sure that your answers satisfy you. Thank you very much. Okay, we have leaders already around the world saying hi to you, Doctor. People watching from Philippines. I have Daleda Villata from Philippines. I have Miss Angela from Italy. I appreciate all of you. Oh, I see some of my leaders in Nigeria here also. Mrs. Chima Okoli in Nigeria here. In Bangladesh, I have Mr. Malay Roy. I love that. Thank you very much. I have Mr. Uwen Udofia. I really appreciate everybody. Eno Asukwo. So many people around the world, even in Spain. Wow, wow. It means people are really buying into the DXN vision. So let's start sending our questions. Texas. Miss Caroline from Texas is saying thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we have a question from Mr. Pradeep Kumar. Okay. Okay. Okay, he's not giving the question. He's appreciating you. He's saying, "Good morning, Dr. Proven. Well explained about the properties and usage of Ganoderma, which is very important and informative for all the new members and consumers in such a new DXN country like Nigeria. Thank you for a great presentation. Thank you,
my
Mr. Pradeep
pleasure.
Kumar. Namaste to you, Mr. Pradeep Kumar. Namaste to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People are also appreciating. Oh, from Nigeria here, Mr. Uwe is saying, wow, what a rendition. Thanks for your time, because I have learned so much today, especially the simplicity of approach to every aspect of the business. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely, it's been inspiring. I've been jotting down from each page, and about from the Ganoderma products to spirulina to Morinzi. I think people are well educated about the product, because definitely without the knowledge of DXM products, it is very, 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 very hard to get in. Okay, Mr. Uwem is asking a question. I think we'll have a question. He's saying, from your statement about how wide you travel to meet people, conduct interviews, and attend seminars, can someone who don't have money be successful fast in DXN?
Yeah, very, very good question. Very, very good question. Now, I have actually, from your statement, how wide? Okay, I have traveled to India, especially India. That is where I interviewed. That was my very, very first interview that I had with DXN leaders. You know, that was just a few months after I became a DXN member. You know, and I attended seminars locally in Alostar, you know, in different states in my own country, Malaysia, and you know, any seminars that they have, I just attend because I was just like, you know, burning to get all this. The desire was so strong to get knowledge, you know. But the thing is, you don't need to have money to get this knowledge. You are all very, very fortunate because, you know, like today's session, 1 hour, and how much did you pay to get this knowledge? You know, in Australia, if you want to get an international speaker like you know, if I'm invited as an international speaker, you know, they would pay me like one hour, like $500, $500 Aussie dollars, you know, in a corporate sector, you know, this is just like, you know, just going in just to give, you know, like a 45-minute talk, just sharing or whatever, you know. And here you are getting this information for free, and not only in you know, from a speaker like from Australia. You know, you can get this kind of free training from any part of the world. The choice is in your hands. And also, how can you actually like say for example, products, you know, it's a very simple way. Like I've got a you know, three members, DXN members in Nigeria. Two of them are professors, and one of them, you know, is a member who just joined. And you know, and this member of mine often says that he doesn't have money. So how can you actually get money? See, now you find people, you know, the thing is, you are surrounded by a lot of people, you know, and among all those people that you know, there are some people who have money. Yeah. Things like coffee, people drink coffee all the time. Toothpaste, they have to use toothpaste, you know. So you start promoting these products to them, and then they will start buying them, you know, like Ganoderma. If you know people who have got you know, who are keen about health, they can buy them, you know. They can buy these products, you know. Like for example, like say for example, in Malaysia, what do I do? You know, I have a friend, you know, like who is a stockist, right? I've got a friend who is a stockist. I don't know what do you call them, stockists in Nigeria? Or what do you call them? Service centers, right? You call them
The
service
service
centers.
centers or talkies,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So, like, say I've got a friend, a service center. So I do, you know, like a WhatsApp promotion of the products, and I do get customers, and I sell the customers at customer price. Okay, and then I tell them the price is this, and then this is excluding postage. Okay, so I add postage to the customer price, and then I tell them, please bank in the money into my account. So when they bank the money into my account, I take my retail profit, and I pay the stockist the money and ask her to post the products to my customer. So do you actually need money? Do you actually need money to do the business? No, you don't. The customer is paying the money. The customer is paying the postage. You are just connecting the two parties together. The person who has got the products in that country, and the person who needs the product, and you take the retail profit. And at the end of the day, you can see, you know, you get PV because he's a customer. So this is my strategy. Okay, and you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Yeah, have I answered your question?
Sure, you've answered. I'm sure you've answered this question very well. Oh, thank you very much. People are still saying, thank you, Doctor. This is from Mr. Alfredo. Thank you very much. Oh, Miss Catherine.
Hello.
Miss Catherine from Germany.
Yes.
Now, can I remember her? She's saying hello and hello to you. Good morning, DXN.
Good morning.
Catherine in Germany, we appreciate your time and everybody for being with us. So, Doctor, I have two questions. I know before we always end the XM section, I always have let my guests give us a final word for my distributors and members in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. But first, my first question: what is the challenge you have when members come to you as for you to prescribe the products based on their health challenges? Now, the dosage you give, how do you prescribe the dosage? Because we in DXN, we don't do it as a drug, but people tend to always want to ask, what dosage should I use? What dosage should I use? How were you able, or how are you able to compel these questions?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we are in the wellness industry, and also the DXN products, they do not work on specific organs. They don't. They work holistically. Okay, they remove whatever toxins, whatever unwanted stuff that is in your cells. They remove them gradually, layer by layer. And then they do the balancing, regulating, rejuvenation, and I have been a consumer of DXN products for the last 11 years, and I take a lot of products, so you would know how to adjust. The thing is, it also depends on their budget. Sometimes you tell them, oh, your body condition is not very good. You're saying that you can't even walk up the stairs. You're coughing all the time, and your face is breaking up. If I were you, I would take maybe 3 rg 3 gl. Take more rg gl 3 times a day. Then I know that this will improve. But then you come around and say, well, I don't have much money. Okay, how much can you take? What is your budget? You start small. It's okay. For some people, you know what? What I find is when I was listening to the DXN members, in India, a lot of I know one medical doctor in India. She gives even small amounts, and what she does before she actually gives the product to her clients, she says, "Say a prayer. Say a prayer. Have faith. This will work." And that's it. Even when she gives very small quantities, it works. So you have to have faith, and your intention is very good. So that is how it works. It is a miraculous product. You can take whatever amount you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it is not a drug. It's not a medicine. You don't have to prescribe anything. You just give. Okay, that is that's and it's very simple. When you say this, it is very, very simple for people to duplicate what you're doing. Duplication is very easy. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time. Okay, I see people really understood your question, your presentation today, and no question so far. I know they liked the way you broke down the Ganoderma products, the Spirulina products, the Morizi products. I know they really enjoyed that aspect because I know they were expecting to send you more question about the products, but you've already done justice to that in your presentation, and I think that has gone a long way in your presentation so far. Okay, before we allow you go, I know it's already, what time is it already? It's late in the night in Australia.
Yeah, it's 12:30. 12:30. 30 minutes past midnight. Yeah.
Oh, like you are on the 14th of August already.
Yeah. Mr. Samuel, I've
Yes,
got this colleague of mine from UUM from Malaysia, Mr. Ronaldo. It's a Gumpan. He's from Oman. I want to say hi, dog. How are you? He's one of the audience today.
Oh, that's very beautiful. That's very beautiful. Okay, before you go, what is your advice for DXN Nigeria and DXN Africa What is your advice as we are starting, and I know our pace is picking up like a moving train. And so what's your advice to members, to distributors with their downlines and their new prospects? What is your advice to all members of DXN?
Yeah, Nigeria, as I, when I look at Nigeria and I follow what is happening to the members, this, I mean, Nigeria is a country with huge prospects, and and DXN is there, and it's not just there, it's there, and it's helping you grow. And with all these different leaders coming together, and we all want Nigeria to be the country as a role model where a lot of young people are coming in, people from all ages, they're coming in. My advice to you is use this opportunity to the maximum, because you have the best product, RGGL spirulina, to move the product. Everybody needs it. It will take care of malnutrition, and then people who don't have proper livelihood, it will bring them good. It will secure their income. It will educate them. Okay, so please do not miss this golden opportunity. And all this, and people who are in the different university settings, please, you know just start promoting this among your members, because university education does not teach people about this kind of skills. Yeah, and the DXN is a university on its own. So many skills you can learn. FOC, free of charge. What else do you need?
Sure. That's true. That's true. Oh, thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you for your time. Disturbing you late in the night in Australia, and you still were committed in making sure that your presentation went on smoothly. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. I hope your voice didn't disturb others in the other room. So I hope. So I appreciate them also. They are part of the success of your presentation today. They are part of it also. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my viewers, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. I really appreciate. Let's also know that Doctor will have time with her again next section, and also know that our free delivery is still on for this month of August. All you need to do is make purchase from 100 PV and above, and your products will be delivered to you free of charge at your doorstep. Also, our ODOC campaign is still on. $1 for one child campaign is still on. Your donations, I appreciate all Nigerian leaders for their donations so far. Let's keep donating, and your donation is not going to waste. Your donation is not just going like that. DXN is saying, Dr. Lim is saying that when you make donations, when you make purchase of 3 products in DXN Nigeria, the Spirulina 500 tablets, the Spirulina 120 tablets, and the Ghana massage oil, you will still get discounts from your ODOC donation. So every time you make purchase of these 3 products, you get what? Discount. It is different from your 10% what? Redemption discount that is going on already. So let's keep donating, and let's make sure that we feed the malnourished children around the world. And not just around the world, we are going to bring the Spirulina down here in Nigeria to make sure that we touch the lives of our malnourished children in Nigeria also. So thank you very much, everybody. On Tuesday, we are having another powerful section about gynotherapy. I'm bringing in Miss Jane Yon, and she's going to be here live with us. Dr. PUVEN has given us a part of how we use the products. Ms. Jayon is going to give us also about gynotherapy and how we can make use of the products and the effect of DXN products in our health and our life. Please don't forget, let's do this. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's keep living in health, wealth, and happiness. From me, Samuel Zoro, marketing manager for DXN Nigeria, from Dr. PUVEN in Australia. I really appreciate you and all the staff and the colleagues of DXN Nigeria, my leaders worldwide in Nigeria also. I say keep living in health, wealth, and happiness. Good morning, Dxn.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.